last not least, I can say from August 5, 2024, when the regime changed, over 2,000 attacks in 16 days. First 16 days, 2,000 attacks. 157 families targeted, 69 temples attacked, minority teachers forced to resign, and young Hindu women abducted and raped. So this is just for 2 weeks incident. You have been hearing the news of all the speakers earlier. They have given, and you saw the videos, how pathetic, how misfortune happens to the minorities in Bangladesh. So even though the organization have been raising their voice to address the issue since 1947, there are lots of riots took place. And likewise these organizations, my SPA, Partition Center, Indian Subcontinental Partition Documentation, have been working last 30 plus years and raising the voice, taking interviews, giving the witness, hundreds of people, thousands of people. If you go website, you find it. There are thousands of witnesses. They speaking their misery, loss of lives, their homes, their lands, but still it is keep going on. So, as a chairman of Indian Subcontinental Partition Documentation, today I came just a very brief to draw the attention of US Congress, so that this could be the last attempt to raise the voice, and hopefully the voice will be heard. Here you can say the policymakers in Washington continue to ignore secular and minority voices in Bangladesh. This is very true. Ignoring secular and minority voices in Bangladesh and Jamaat Islamic proxies and radical Islamic groups influence in Washington. And that is also another truth. Today, March 25, 2025, and I am Priyotosh Dey presenting this brief to draw the attention. In introduction, there is a key issue. US policy on Bangladesh often focuses on Islamist groups like Jamaat Islami, JEI, and their proxies ICNA, MUNA, while ignoring the voices of secular and minorities communities. This is very unfortunate. We have been hearing there are hundreds of people came all the way from New York and New Jersey just to be witness that these things is going to be presented for congressional hearing. And what is the impact? The impact is the oversight state policies that don't reflect the diverse realities on the ground in Bangladesh, affecting mainly the minorities, religious minorities, believing minorities, and other secular activists. So, Bangladesh political landscape. I have very short time, so I am going to just give the headlines. I am sorry for these minutes. Please ignore that.
Do you have a flyer? A flyer for that?
Yes, I will deliver it. So, secular foundation. Bangladesh was founded as a secular state, but groups like Jamaat Islamic have increasingly gained influence in politics. How? The majorities are Muslims in Bangladesh, and the minorities left, as I told you. So all of those influence is destructively impact to those minorities. And what the impact? The secular and minorities communities, Hindus, Christians, and other Buddhists and indigenous faces violations each time. Whenever there are some instability in the government, instability in the politics, also in other countries, if there are some religious impact, they always goes to the impact to the minorities in Bangladesh. And what is that? Forced conversions and exclusion from the political processes. So that is very unfortunate. All the voices raised around the world, but that never heard. So the role of proxies, especially Jamaat Islami, what is that? The groups like ICNA and MUNA, aligned with Jamaat Islami, push a narrative that sideline secular or minority voice. So whenever there are huge wave comes, and those all the other small voices, they wipe away. So we are the victim, the minorities, Buddhist, Christian, and other indigenous peoples are victim. So what is Washington's focus? This group dominate US discourse on Bangladesh, presenting a skewed view of the country's politics and the social landscape, because they are the powerful tools, they have the powerful lobbying, they have the powerful pressure group, they have the powerful advocacy. Unfortunately, those voices are unheard. And especially there is a YouTube, if you go there in this link, and it was explained what Jamaat Islamic and their proxies, what have been doing, especially such countries in Bangladesh. So, what is the root cause? Why our voices are not heard? That is a big question. We have been raising, we went thousands of people, we raised our voice in front of United Nations, in front of Washington offices, and US administration completely silent. And our voice never heard to the human rights or United Nations or religious freedom, whatever organizations around there. So the reason is Islamization of politics. The rise of politics, Islam has marginalized secular perspectives and minorities. So that's the reason. Another reason is state inaction. The Bangladesh